If you've ever tried to do anything challenging or out of your comfort zone, then you'll be familiar with negative self-talk that makes it hard to keep going. But have you ever wondered where these thoughts come from, or why you're still keeping them around? There are thoughts that can build you up and thoughts that tear you down. At a certain point, you have to make a choice. Do I keep myself bound to these thoughts, or do I begin to rewrite the way that I think about myself? And maybe this time, the way that I think about myself will reflect the person that I actually am. So I actually grew up in a country called Botswana, and when I was in school and pretty young, I got labeled as a troublemaker by my teachers. I think I was just being a kid who loved to have fun and make the class laugh, but unfortunately it got me on the wrong side of authority, and I found myself in detention every week. But looking back at that time, I wonder how much of me getting into trouble came from just being labeled a troublemaker. I really believe that as a kid, hearing something spoken over you that much has an impact. And that's just an example of how we pick up things as kids. As we're developing, the people that are taking care of us, people in authority over us, are speaking things out over us constantly, and that stuff sticks. So as an adult, some of the self-talk that we're speaking to ourselves are just echoes of the things that were spoken to us in the past. And I really do believe we get a choice as to whether we're going to live by those things anymore, or if we're going to change that narrative in our minds. For me, I can be very critical of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, but I think that there's a difference between critical in a way that's going to help me improve and being critical in a way that makes me question my worth. Some of us in developing as kids have experienced a lot of repression or suppression of who we were actually made to be. And so we end up almost continuing to do that to ourselves as adults because it's all we've ever known growing up. But I think that's something we can wage war against. We didn't choose this messaging and programming. It happened to us. And so I believe that now as adults, we have the ability to rewire some of that stuff. It may take some years and it may take some faith, but it is possible. Practically, when I'm in the gym, these are some of the things that I say to help me get through hard moments. Just one more, you have it in you. If I get to the 6th or 7th rep, and I don't feel like I have the energy to do anymore, or I want to quit, then I'll tell myself it's the reps beyond this that count, and that helps me keep pushing. One that I find myself using quite often, usually when I don't feel like working out as hard, is you came all the way here, and that's really good. Use the time fully. So one of my personality traits is that I am an encourager. I am built to affirm people and to try and encourage them to tap into their potential. So something I really wanted to try out in this video is just to run you through some affirmations. So sit back, imagine yourself in a point in time where you felt the most like yourself. Maybe you were a child, maybe you're really young, but imagine yourself at that point in time and listen to the words that I'm about to speak. There is a light that is within you that is worth letting shine. You belong in this world. You are made wonderfully. There is no problem with you. You are strong. You are capable. You are able to do great things. You are not a mistake. You were placed in this world with purpose, and you have the ability to step into your greatest potential. Lately, I've been really trying to improve my videos, and this has put an immense strain on me because 75 hard is already challenging as it is, but pushing myself to get to the next level of storytelling has really pushed me to a limit. The other day, I was setting up a chart on the wall, and I'd put some tape behind it, and when I got it up, I realized it's a bit askew. Now, I was exhausted from the day, it was pretty late, and I had a lot of work still ahead of me. So the idea of undoing the tape and making it straight felt so daunting. It felt like just the last thing that I wanted to do in that moment. And I remember telling myself this phrase, I'm pushing for excellence. I'm pushing for excellence. And I kept repeating that phrase over and over to myself until I actually believed it. As I said that phrase, I undid the tape and I made the chart straight. Now, probably nobody would have ever noticed if it was askew, but I think for me, I'm realizing this is the mindset that I want to have. It's important to me that I'm pushing for excellence. How else will I grow if I don't believe in myself and my ability to get there? Now, I'm not suggesting that positive thinking is the solution to everything, but with hard challenges like this, like 75 Hard and trying to become a better storyteller, it really is helpful to have the narrative in your mind line up with where you would like to go. The negative self-speak and the programming from the past will never really help you get there. And so we have to learn how to discard it. We have to learn how to work through these moments where it wants to pipe up and it wants to speak in a way that stops us from really seeing our full potential. I really hope that this has inspired you to think about the ways that you're speaking to yourself and figure out how you can improve that internal narrative. And finally, I just want to end on this thought. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. If you like this video, please do subscribe, like, leave a comment. I'm really pushing for excellence for this last batch of content that's going out for my 75 Hard journey, and I'm really excited for you to see it.